All right, let's get started. So here's where we left off. Working on a combined wave function here. Okay, I did first. And then we're gonna make our amplitude dependent upon our wavelength, assuming that this works. Well, that's interesting. Too much displacement, perhaps? This is why. There we go. It's definitely coming along. Okay, that's obviously too many. At 100 it runs pretty smoothly. Okay, that's wrong. We are returning the offset only for use in one position offset. Another thing we want to fix is we need to make the amplitude dependent on the wavelength, larger wavelengths. We could probably figure something out to do that ourselves. Hang on. Yes, this was expected, but we can fix it. Too sophisticated for esport gamers, I think. I'm pulling big thoughts. One. You really want to know. Well, I'm gonna go through bushes. I got a pile of leaves. This might be too much for you to handle in life. Dude, how are you enjoying Dota 5 or whatever it's on right now? Here. I cannot lose faster. I went to TI. I won't be on TI. Hold on! Don't talk to me like in the hardest game I've played. Follow me in with it. Watch this. Here's my play. It was 4. Alright, and then this value here. I'm unlikely to go to TI. It was in Seattle. It's in Vancouver. Is that right? It is. Oh, I mean, it is. So the misunderstanding of the Gerstner waves as well. I was thinking it was just doing a vertical offset, but it's actually a vertical and horizontal offset. We don't pre-combine with the position. And it's for use in one position offset. Yeah, the David pronounced it with no. Just a bunch. Let me try something else as well while we're in here. Where is ramp function? 3, 7. The same thing over again. Wait, are you going to be going to TI? Oh, I have a blunderbuss. I have a Gary blunderbuss. Indiscriminate land. doing all this left. So you board late. What piles?
Where's my single layer water output? Here it is.
I didn't have a manhandle that. Yo, that's actually fucking crazy. I've been like trying to be like five at once because I've run away from six at once. I think the
Teddy,
11
you
was
want up? Here you go. Come on. Here, come on. Teddy. Hey, buddy. Come on up. Hey, buddy. Who's a good boy? You been slurping some water? Your beard's wet.
I will hit two until these foxes are dying. So, all right. So six at once. Oh, it does. What is this? Oh, okay. Garbage bowl. All right, we'll do. This is the funniest question I've ever seen. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. Rainier 1919 says, how are you finding the weather compared to other MMOs you've played? Personally, I rank WoW. I've never played any MMO like this. So in that regard, it's the best leveling
Also,
experience I
can
could ever
we
have.
confirm
It's number one.
the X sense
Like I did the new world, it was just
given
I mean,
way
bizarre, nothing. So that game was, when I played it, the brand MMO from Amazon Game Studios. It launches and Jeff Bezos is like, we did, we fucking crushed it. We fucking crushed everything, man. And like, I sat down to play, and it's like, in a world that's over 1 square mile in size. I'm like, what? Across 6 different zones, all containing 3 different trailers in total, carnage. And I just kind of like, I couldn't even understand what I was looking at. I felt like I fucking installed the wrong thing when I was flipping the game. It was so unclear to me even what it was trying to be. Weird. Since people asked about mythic rating, I don't know what those words mean. So I can neither confirm nor deny. Great work, Sean. Go. We need to move quickly before they send for reinforcements. Did you recover the glands? Perfect. Those logs won't go
Okay.
literally. We're going to cover their mouths with chloroform. I'll need a few minutes to get these in working order, and I'll put them in the Bravo company. These and book. That's what I need. Someone actually should have. John. I think we need to get the field together. Show them that. Show them the matter of step. I believe that's enough. Stormwind, Old Robot, Breaker was sent here, but SI 7 scout around. Green Gibbons Field just south. solving.
Oh shit. No wonder it didn't change.
I'm gonna see how I'm doing. I'm just gonna see how I'm doing. See how it goes. Let's go he can't even look at me. He can't even make eye contact with me. Hello? Now he's looking at me way too intensely. Oh my god, look at his hands. Brubaker's dead. Is he? I mean, he has an animation. He's like, I don't know, he's just the gases bubbling through his body. Is that what's happening? Alright, Brubaker is dead! Looks like the orcs are attempting to send a message with this grisly display. Upon closer examination, we discovered that Brubaker is alive and breathing. Oh, that makes no sense.
Alright, let's change the time field a little bit.
He's moving.
Yeah. Good. 10. 10 times slower. Hey now.
You're reading this note? I'm dead. I wrote it shortly after I passed away and pulled it in my pocket for you. Likely that my position was compromised. Orcs are committing unspeakable atrocities against their prisoners. Yes, prisoners, Keyshawn. They've got cages full of POWs. We're gonna blow up this factory. We'll need to free the prisoners first. I've spoken to the landlord. The plumber will be here between 2 and 4 p.m. I don't know why the windows are always so dark. Tell my wife I love her and to take out the damn trash. What? Tell my wife I love her and also like be like shitty to her as the last thing she'll ever hear from me. Just if you found this note, I'm probably dead. I had the foresight to write this note to ensure information could be passed to you post-mortem. But I didn't have the foresight to ever have a healthy conversation and resolve tension with my wife. Alright?
I think that may have actually cracked it.
Brubaker's report back to Keisha. Wow, you can write the message. What's my reward? Oh, fuck yeah. Alright, let's go. But I'm going up the hill, going up the hill. This game makes no skill. This is my game. 4 gifts is here considered just buying a boost. Nah, I don't need to. I'm 6 foot build. Wait, where am I going? Alright, found the path. Oh.
Also,
Everyone's level's the same, right? I mean,
okay, so this is our direct offset.
it's like running a 10-mile race. Hey, what do you think about having everyone start at the
So this is actually wrong here. This should just feed straight in here. Aha! And there's our sharp waves. Yep. Okay. And also, that means we can check the wireframe on that. Yeah, there it is. Alright, and now we just need to reduce these values again. So to 2, sharpness, we're here.
Alien, it's a great new character and skipped the most recent retail expansion. Oh. Oh, that makes sense. All right.
Okay, now we have Gerstner waves proper. That was the problem.
I'm sending Jorgensen with you to watch your back. Now the prisoners are being held on the northeast side of the valley in a large cave. Human cage is in a cave on the south side of the valley. What? What in the fuck is this intel? He reads the notes. Like, tell my wife I really didn't like her very much and she'd be the garbage frequently. All right. There's a key down in that cave.
Okay. Now we're talking.
When I came to the cave, I looked and Britt was right there. I was like, ah! All right.
And what we can do is we can pre-generate a big list of waves, and that should speed it up a little bit.
Through the field kit. Right there. Free the prisoners. A cave on the south side of the valley. I've just been here all fucking day. Awesome. All right. All right, Jorgensen.
All right, this is sweet.
I'll be messaging you through the field base. What? What? What?
I think we're close. Like, we need to look at our fractal, like our FBM function here, because certain things have a direct relationship to other things, like um, your amplitude will be larger on larger wavelengths and smaller on smaller wavelengths.
Okay. Covers the user in fox poop and leaves. Hides them from sight. What? Attack that guy. Who? The shit covered leaf. Oh yeah.
That's fucking funny. So obviously, this is too large of a wavelength, which is good actually. And 0.02 is too small. 0.05.
What in the fuck am I seeing? What is this? Why? What on in the hell is this? I guess it's doing a good job. Chloroform. Oxide of black rock ore. May only be used from behind.
And it fixes the hole we were having. Yeah, we got waves now. All right. Well, this is actually big because the hardest part of this whole process, the only part that's not just like futzing around with the material settings and things like that, is probably getting the proper wave function.
Dun, dun. I'm getting on my horse. Oh no, you can see me. Hold on, I gotta get off my horse. Oh, all right, hold on. I'm gonna become camouflaged. All right. Come on, Jorgensen. You made the field kit. Everyone does this? do it too. So, like, in the creative meeting, where someone's like, all right, we have a stealth quest, we make a field trip. Great, what does the player collect? Well, shit, thieves, of course. Well, that seems like a little bit of a stretch, Tommy. Can you walk us through how we can make this make sense? Well, everyone across all of Azeroth does this. Like, fucking everyone. Like, there's a deep mythology thing. I'm like, this is how everything works for them. All right, well, if you think players will buy that, oh, 100%, 100%. Not a chance that no one will have a clue what the fuck we're doing. Should we end
Alright, so this is our offset. We apply it here, take the distance from the center minus, excuse me, the radius, divide that by some number.
See them, we're at camo, right? Why don't I need both of them?
Increase the scale a bit.
Right. I don't understand. I don't understand why we have a distraction and chemical. I don't understand. That's crazy. That's like first kill them all, then distract them. Like, okay, I mean I'll do whatever you want, man. I just want this quest, man. All right.
Cool. Cool.
Oh my fucking okay, I'm so new. But like, why would I need to? Because I wanted to do this. But doesn't that just like solve that problem? Oh. So let me tell you what I learned. Camouflage is only so good because if they can't see you because you're covered in leaves and shit, if you're literally next to them, they'll smell you. They'll smell you for sure. They'll just start attacking where the odors come. All right, so let me do this. I'm not gonna get used to that anytime soon. All right. All right. Dun, 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 auto walk. Good thing we collected the chloroform glands from the fish in the lake. I'm really glad we're just floating. We have literally so many leaves. It's just a trail spilling off of us as we move. What kind of distraction do you want to make? I don't know. I was thinking of like a rat with like cosmic mirrors spinning around endlessly. What? What? Get in the water. Swim. Oh, what? Freeze. Oh my god, I don't believe it. I hope Ferguson's okay. I mean, I got fucked up pretty quick. I don't know, do I go back and get Mesner now? Alright. Just get him. let's get her. I'm ready. Yeah, didn't scare me once. All right, so I think this guy has an evil eye. Sheriff, the door's open. The door's open. And no doubt they're like, who opened that door? Who's there? Holy shit, they're getting fucking massacred. Oh my god, what? Hold on. Fucking open up. What? What the fuck just happened? They're all very clearly they've died. What did I do? All right, everyone. 5 p.m. No time to go. Time for the car wash. Hey, hey, it's okay. Just chill. What? She's agitated. Okay, hold on. I just this car wash. It's not wanted at all. Okay. All right, so I guess I'm just going to continue to take my absolutely shit caked body down the side of
Let's
this
try
what,
50.
thorium?
Half as many waves. See what it looks like.
C4, C4 Air.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So this is like our baseline here. We still have to optimize as much as possible.
Can I push?
So you could actually just, you don't need extra variables here. We can just do this stuff in line and then we can avoid assigning additional variables.
Doesn't mean chloroform the enemy from behind. Chloroforms, you fool, those are elites. I don't know. Have any intuition right? Chloroform? There you go.
Mm-hmm. It is coming along. Let's see. I'll be right back. One moment.
Fucking turn off.
Switch studio. There we go. Bruh.
Please, 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 fucking, come on.
Bruh.
It's a really arbitrary game. Fantastic. That kind of request line? Oh, come on. Release my spirit. There's a mechanic that will never apply to you because you don't learn the ability.
Mm-hmm. It is coming along.
They're far more sophisticated than even you, the play. Look at that counter. I've only died 2 times. The answer is 2, as well as my favorite button when I'm in the middle of the shit. Alright. He's slightly overweight. He's bald. He's angry. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
All right. Great. Done with that. And we're back.
Jeez. Look at how ridiculous my head looks. Please, come on, come on. Roll 7. No, not 6. Shit. Stop it.
You want it? Mm-hmm.
Incredibly foul-smelling leaf emitter just went.
Hey, buddy, you need help?
Probably not
All right, I'll help. I'll
just
help you.
for it.
All right, come here, little girl. I'll lift you up. Okay. Did you poop in there? It kind of smells like it.
All right.
There you go.
Wait, hold on.
All right, I think she pooped. Hang on. I clean up after the girl. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right. I guess you didn't poop, huh? So the problem now is I really didn't think that I would get this far today, and now I don't know what to do next. Because my hope was that after grinding on this all night, I would get to this point. But I finished early, and I hadn't made any plans for the next steps.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Eat, man. So much. Oh my god. That was no confirmation I've ever had.
Why is it completely red? I don't understand.
Right. In a war, you gotta become war. It's a fucking you gotta do to win a war against these monsters. You gotta become war, no mercy. Like being a toilet bowl. That's a Rambo reference. Well, if you don't know there's a Rambo reference, it's just a nod. You know? Because I think it was a reference issue. It's fine. You know what? You're right. Jesus scared me every time.
Probably our frequency's too high.
He spent most of his life as a toilet. He was never the same. He never danced again. Oh my god, this is supposed to be done part one. Oh my god, it became more. Yeah. Where do I need to go to do this shit? Why am I doing this fucking way? Oh my god, I'm fucking bursting in tears. Oh my god. I was going back to the camp. Oh god. Shit. Shit. No, going this way. I've become poor. Who do you think you are? I am. Right.
That's pretty cool.
Like literally
Pretty, pretty neat.
that's it. It's just what's gonna happen. It's just gonna be one long continuous chain of going, oh my god. 17 following all daytime. So bad. You should go on.
We need to randomize the time modifier. So, like, that needs to be a property of our waves. So we can do that now pretty easily. We'll just say
Once the player puts the bombs, they're gonna go climb up a mountain. Yes. Yes. Oh, God. I'm having fun. Oh, girl. Oh, girl, having fun. By the way, Sean, you're awesome. Thanks. Good bundle. Yeah, I was talking with my wife. I was like, what if we just don't eat ever again? And we can get the new League of Legends skin. How about that? She's like, well, maybe what we could do is sell the car and walk everywhere. And we could get the League of Legends skin. And we could keep them. That's a good idea. Perhaps we could just never buy clothes again and take out a loan, buy the League of Legends skin, and then if we get future clothing income, we can become whole with the bank. What do you think about that? I was thinking of doing some more fundraising for the company, and when they say, "What's the money for?" I'm like, "For game development." But in that,
alright, so yep. We'll just add in speed here. I think we need to review this and go ahead and save this as
let me go talk to John J. Keith. He's just close. He's absolutely ready. All right. No, no, no! Oh my God, John Keith,
alright. So next up, let's go ahead and go through this code. Since AI wrote a lot of it, I need to understand what it's doing. So we're gonna read through it, clean it up a bit.
character that's ever been in media. I love John Keeshan so much. For the alignments, man. And all he's actually just
It's really funny.
so we can look at this fucking clip. What you looking at, John? A rock formation. Like, hey, John,
Amp, wavelength, steepness, direction, phase, float, speed, create wave, initialize waves, and then we want to do load, speed, rand, cur, seed. That's our last random that we have to put together. So speed minus equal 0.5. Speed equals speed minus 0.5. So now our speed's in the negative 0.5 to 0.5 domain, right? Times how much variance do we want? Like 20%. So that would be times 0.5 plus 1.
Your ears being treated as a toilet junkie. Oh my God. And look at
Okay.
that I have right now.
Now we have slightly varying speeds of waves.
That whole valley is going to be consumed by a massive fireball of death. You know, I think you should do the honors. You know, the hard work. Ready? All right. All right. Hey, look, it's Banjo Kazooie. Oh,
Oh yeah, that's quite nice. That is nice.
Didn't we only release one of the three sets of prisoners?
Um, I mean, this is further than I thought I was gonna get tonight, so it might be time to just play some Magic.
Yeah, where were all the prisoners, man? Oh my god, where were they? Don't worry about it. All right, yeah, no,
Okay, so we're in the negative range here, which is not super ideal for something going into alert. Like, it makes sense.
oh my god.
Or basically, the midline
God.
is 0, so, like,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, we're gonna hop off this course. Don't point that thing at me. Ah, yes. Do you see those orcs?
is inside the radius, basically. This is how we do it. Just for now.
The Dark Tower. The gunslinger covered himself in shit leaves. This is a very. This is all extremely.
This is actually really useful information right now, because this is going to tell us exactly how deep our wave functions go. So, like, we're still in blue here. By the time we're in entirely teal, that means that this is a bigger number than our combined wave function can get to. Because, like, one thing I don't understand, and I'm going to need to figure out, is how do I know if I have 100 waves that, like, my max height is X and my min height is Y? I mean, I guess I could keep track of that during the loop, but then it would be changing, which is probably not ideal. I need like a global max and min.
Alright, let me open this up. I guess I will. Doesn't matter that.
Damn it. Saturate. And then power.
Alright. So, what I'm going to do now is the next step on our guided adventure. We're going to do that not immediately, but use your Hearthstone and travel south through Duskwood until you get to Strangler Thornvale. That's going to be the next thing that we do. But first, I want to see, do I still have the field kit? Thank fuck. Get me out of here.
Yeah, so we got it now. This is the function. We just have to figure out how to make it more performant enough for it to run and whatnot. It's also like my computer is pretty beefy, so don't worry about it too much because you can always go back and optimize things later.
I love John J. Keeshan.
This is cool. All right.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jump, jump, jump. I just went towards the thing.
Okay, this is the best one we've got so far. All right, let's crank it up. Okay, I'm 10. Oh shit, there's something wrong. We don't want that. Just delete this.
Fucking kidding.
What? That's not right.
Climb. How?
All right.
We're gonna take about a 3.5 minute break right now.
So we do one iteration of this big and one small, and then the small one becomes the normal.
We will need that invisibility.
Oops. All right, 100 waves.
Steel bar says.
We can also increase the variance.
Bet you wish you could cover yourself in shit and leaves right now. Yeah, really miss the field in. Maybe distracted with a mouse, covered in magical mirrors and explosions. Oh my god.
There we go.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh goodness. Oh, oh, that's just so funny. That's just the funniest thing in the universe. Oh man. Oh, this
Oh yeah,
game is really giving me
that's the
big.
ticket right there. Okay, so that's sick.
I legitimately unable to stop being a Gigasaurus Rex. Let's see if anything nice is happening on my phone. How much time do we have left? We're still at gee, let's see here, 3 minutes. Um, all right. Let's check my email. Oh,
Oh
and
yeah. Oh yeah, this is the stuff. So we're finer detailed than our mesh can support right now.
who wants to know
Like
anything
these
about
little, like having
who wants to
this
know anything
smaller than like your smallest polygons doesn't really make sense.
oh my god, that's so
You might be able to run this in nanite.
nothing. No one gives a shit about me. Great. Perfect. Good stuff. Do you
With
want hydration?
tessellation?
Wait, is there like can one have a view on hydration? Can you have a view on hydration? Don't you just you should drink water, right? Drink water. That's it, right? You should drink it. If you want to not drink water, don't do that. Drink water, right? Not the oh, I see what you
All
mean.
right.
Oh yeah. Each day I strive to be the most hydrated man on earth. Oh, so fun.
So we also have access potentially to our height map information out of this.
Are we gonna slay the rest of Annabelle now? I'm not 100% sure, but I do want to. I will be back with what if the made of marshmallow simply disappear? I know that would suck. Actually, wait, I am going to use the restroom. Give me a second.
So the way we would probably do it right is we would actually run this twice. So we would do a smaller number of waves, but we would run one at 50 on large for on large waves for like structure, and then we would do another 50 iterations and output that as a normal map. But to do that, we would go up here and to here, and probably make this no smaller than that. So this is like this forms your macro waves, right? So I guess let's just do the normal because like we can figure out a normal from this. All right, right here.
They just watched this explosion.
Times 2.
Where did they go? What happened to them? What? Okay.
So now.
Oh wait, do I go this fucking way? Okay. Use invisibility. I just need to wait there for 30 seconds and they'll be back. Jalen.
Um.
Favorite characters from World of Warcraft? Arthur, Tyrande, Sylvanas, Deathwing.
Okay, yeah. So this is what we gotta do. We gotta do wave data here. You could probably calculate the normal into. No. This is like my initialization stuff. So, okay. I'm just thinking, like, I don't want to do it this way. We would do wave data. Okay, this is the way we do it. Microwaves. All right, so there's microwaves, and let's see. We can build them in the same loop. We just need a few more randoms. All right, let's do all of this up front, right? Unless these are using direction. Does that work? Okay, it works. Awesome. So what we'll do, we'll initialize these ones here. We'll do our stuff.
Oh, after I was trying to jump? Oh, that's like so embarrassing. It's like more embarrassing.
Oops. All right. So we do our randomization for this stage up front. You know what? Even better than this is... Okay, I have a question. Can I do this? Does that compile? Should. Yeah, okay. How about that? No, doesn't look bad.
Report every time you mouse over. Okay.
Right.
You see it. Right?
Yeah, we just want to combine all this stuff. Nope, not quite. Rand Curseed minus 0.5 times 0.5 plus 1. Um, this is like a speed variance factor, but it's okay.
Cone of cold. What the fuck is this?
All right. I should just paste this in.
Shit.
All right, so
New mob boss is in town. His name is Dave. Here we go.
so yeah, here we go. We just do. It's annoying to have like multiple lines to do this, so because if you're just gonna always need to do the increment, then having them on one line is nice.
Look, it was a bad first round. I'll be the first one to admit it.
Because then,
Observe 190 meters one.
oops.
Against you reduce the attacker's speed by some amount. So if the barrier goes to 0, does it stop the movement slow? Is that? So like if the barrier goes away, they're just not. Oh, that fucking makes sense, huh? I was like, you can't.
Because now we can take this whole block.
Fucking immediately.
Copy it. Put it down here. Then
Okay, let's find a good place to come back to.
we just have to do this. Oops. Alright, only one control delete.
So much. God damn it. I didn't have any plan. I didn't have a single plan. Okay. Release
Nope.
spirit.
P.
Okay, wait. Now I need to figure out what things do AoE damage. Okay, wait.
Alright.
So this, we start walking.
So we just recalculate everything, except for now, instead of doing our wavelength range is much smaller.
Alright, so this seems like something that's good.
0.1.
seems good. Dude, I should really frost snow and ice do this shit.
Alright, so now the function should fill both these arrays. So how do I return this as a normal?
New statement, nominated targets, grants one charge of finger across when the person damages an enemy, enemies damage by the person restored. Okay.
And I don't think it's actually any different. Okay. Okay. Different idea. I do want to do this consolidation here. Oops. Alright. There we go. Copy that. Paste it over here. Everything works the same. So what I do want to do is just take one of these, copy it, 50, 50.
All right, 35-second break. So I want to go from the diagram. So what do I need to do? So I need to do this, and then I slap to get them together. And then I'm going to, I'll look for the orb first, and then run up and cross node on
Position, time.
All you do, so you need lizard, frozen orbs, and this, and this is a lot of
Amplitude, wave range. Okay, so our wave range,
so
multiply this by 0.1. So we have to calculate the normals now, I think.
slap them until they're together, and we're going to do some blizzards. Okay? Oh my god. That was some serious game. That was some serious game. Okay, so what does this do? I could have countered it with spell them.
Okay, the normal's too intense.
Okay, so that was correct. So this, and I hit him with some slaps. I think I need to do this later in the rotation. Because we can get them all coming to me counter base.
1.9, 0.8, 0.75. And then you gotta do foam too.
This is all right.
I should be calculating probably the normal of the whole combined thing, but it's better than nothing.
So I'm gonna repair my gear to save it time. Oh, I must spend time with this. It seems highly essential. So my gear is fucked. I'm really
There's some kind of seams here, which makes sense. I'm not that surprised by that, but that is a minor issue.
I don't know what any of this means.
I think that's in the normals though, not in the mesh. Yeah. It's because
But like they're all on this side.
hmm,
Oh, you mean of the what? What in the
combine.
what is this Los Angeles real estate scam that I'm seeing here?
No, no, no. Oh, fuck. But that is how you combine it.
I have become war. Okay, so fucking so. This. I'm gonna do this.
And if we could control the like direction of the wave with a flow map. Like what if we passed in a flow map to sample
I'm getting
for wave directions? That would be fun to play with.
are you shitting the shit out of me? What was that weird? What was that thing that just came to my head with so much damage? Oh my god, what was that thing? What was that thing? It was like a skull of doom. Fuck. Man. But what in the legitimate shit was that? Day 9, I think we'll find the spell casters were casting the spell. In nature, too.
The normal math doesn't, it's like it's not working correctly at the seams, is the only thing.
You need to kill 6 mobs at once.
Well, that's pretty cool. Alright, so we want to make this invisible. And we want to make this invisible. at that point, this is clearly messed up, right? So I think we want to just like, let's say we're seeing file, but we're gonna make it just an entirely new level, empty level. We're gonna add a sphere. We're gonna trade it for this sphere, and we're gonna give it ocean 2. We're gonna add directional light. Oh, I'm too fast. Let's make it bigger.
We never give up, we never surrender. See, I think that my high score is okay, but like this came off cooldown a lot sooner than I thought. I might actually just figure out. What we're trying to do is we're trying to aggro 6 mobs with 6 moves. That's the goal. Fucking nothing.
Okay,
So I do this one. I then cast a blizzard. It's a cooldown on this. 15 seconds. Look at it. I should blink very, very quickly. Should blink very, very quickly into this because of the distance. Okay, so what I do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to run out. Blizzard, aggro, aggro, aggro. And then what's the next one? I think I do 30-second cooldown. I think I need a blink and cone of cold. Blink, cone of cold, frozen. Okay, so I'm going to do it.
but why are we getting no...
Blink in this. Guys, hold on. No vaccine. This is on me. I should clear chat. No vaccine. Not even a hint. Not even like, oh, here's a good rotation I would do. If need be, please duct tape your hands to your floor so you can't hurt the chain. Okay.
Should wrap this in a material function.
I just need this to think. Fucking use the thing. Is it on cooldown? Oh shit. Alright. So we can go this way. Let's 6 again. Okay. So let me think through this. So I did this, and when the demons came at me, this was on cooldown, so this super confused the shit out of me. I'm actually going to zoom out and above with this so I can see side.
Let's do like 0.01, but we're gonna multiply it by the object radius. Yep, 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 yep. Okay. That is clearly not correct. Oh my God. Uh, ah, amplitude, right? I think so. We actually should do then is multiply this object radius, then do this and this. Okay, like that's obviously too much, but what if instead of object radius we did like 0.01 of object radius? 0.02. 0.04. And then of course we would need to flatten the normals more than this. Progress. And we already have like a semi-functional shoreline foam mask. We would be on we would be unlikely to see this kind of tearing, I think, on a on an on or on the quad tree, not just on like a statically scaled mesh. Hell yeah, those are definitely the correct implementation now. You can tell. Uh,
Because I think that if I can just burst them down, I will be okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Wait.
That's cool. That's cool, dude. Like, shit. It's just fun to kind of look at it.
All right. Here we go. There we go. Water. Yeah, I frequently have to absolutely punish John Fish. Okay. Here's a dark universe.
Important thing I think is that we're not seeing any scenes in the pattern, only in the mesh object that we're using.
Six. He's killing me. No, that was the run, and I got spoiled by the stranger, man. Come on. Oh my god. But I think if I just do this and burst down one of the masters, then we're in good shape. Nice. They hit you with them invites. Yeah, baby. All right, you got it.
So I think what we could probably do
Fiddling around.
is create a sphere in Blender, right? And then I could have it at like a reasonably low um division. So like basically we go like say right here and we'll say that for instance we're gonna make this 32 and like okay so also we should specify we want to have the pole of the sphere because we can use like the regular hemisphere sphere, right? But we have the spheres up and down going this way.
There's one mod for that isn't
Step. All right. So our spheres top and bottom are facing this way. We'll start out the sphere as like a 32 by 32 or maybe 32 by 64 or something like that. Then this stays the same, but we subdivide this one time and then and then we subdivide it again. So like 32, 64, 128, 256, but only for that section of the sphere, right? Like not that would be the whole sphere, but we wouldn't have that. Subdivide it again, and this is like, and then you just have, since all your points are in motion anyway, having your sphere be static probably doesn't matter, so you just always point the ocean at that point at the player. So if the player is here, we can just take the sphere and point it at the player, maybe. And then whenever you get close enough to it for the detail to matter, you're in this section. And I think the waveform function's effect should be in world space. Why does it do that? Oh, I know why. We have some assumptions about the scale of this going on in the material in the shader that are not actually viable. They would need to be based on oh wow, you can't even see it in wireframe. Wow. That's weird. But yeah, we have some assumptions going on like in our LERP. So if we just go into our material and just disconnect this, just let it be blue. Normals are wrong here. But importantly, it does seem to be working. Okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna play some Magic. We made a lot of progress today. I mean, we got to fix the normals, but we'll get those fixed. We got to get. I bet when we fix the normals, the seams will go away too. And then we got to like eventually, once the shape works exactly the way we want it, we have all that locked in. We move on to like the shading and stuff, depth shading. It's just really cool to look at. I like it. Hell, even just a quad sphere that always looked at the player and had one side really subdivided. Um, in scale.
Gotten this far in my instead purchase. I was a little worried of the direction that Microsoft might take World of Warcraft and the acquisition, so I figured I'd buy all Activision Blizzard, and then I realized just get it. Yeah, like here's the thing: I didn't force in the race at all. I talked before about how I generally am more pro expensive cosmetic than your average wear. I'm partly because I just don't really buy any cosmetics most of the time. So if there's expensive ones that people buy, I'm buying them for the okay. So where are these three that are supposed to spawn here? These are the three.
It's neat. Very nifty.
Like literally, what's happening? Why are these down?
We got to be able to increase the resolution a lot.
This is it. This is it. Get the fuck out of here, Ed. You got it. Got it. Got it.
All right, I'm gonna play some Magic. Later.